This is Sea Monkey again. And, well, friends, there's no delicate way to put this. Our brethren in ham, as I like to say here on the Ham Radio Network, Mystic Mikey had his first kiss last week, and it's just got the whole network abuzz. Other than that, a few things happened in town. Big old crab monster attacked the said kisser, who was the other end of the kiss that Mystic Mikey had, and someone left a threatening note for Sandy Dunn over at the Valentine's Diner after she tried to start a Save the Fork movement to go against Turner Renfro and Ted Malone's money-grubbing development plans. Other than that, Major Gladstone, the military geologist studying the swales, told our heroes about a network of radioactive caves where the military did some testing on toxic waste that got into the water and spawned a number of monsters. And he also had a lot more to say about the whole Linda Pugh tragedy. You know, the girl who was found in the cannery half turned into a fish. Things are really starting to thread together in a way that, hell, I wasn't expecting. We'll have to hear more this week. Onward into strangeness and adventure. Sea Monkey out.
Hello and welcome back to Moon Fork. My name's Johnny. I am the keeper of might and magic and mystery. And we have Tommy, who's Mystic Mikey. We have Jack, who is Lark. And we have Tyler, who is Clinton Brooks. And we are diving back into our narrative. Diving under the water creatures. Who would have thought? We are... basically, at the end of last episode, Mystic Mikey received a big old smackaroo on the lips, and it was his first kiss. And the other two characters found him. He was in shock. They kind of reconvened, shared information on the giant crab attack, and now we are picking up with them the next day, the following morning. They are getting their usual breakfast at Valentine's Diner. Sandy, who received a threatening note last episode, has been acting pretty reserved since then, but is kind of taking your orders. The only order she takes these days is Mystic Mikey, because his orders are a lot more erratic than Lark and Clinton. Mystic Mikey, what are you having this morning?
Popcorn.
She goes, she kind of snaps out of her reverie, or her kind of brooding mood, and goes, "Little man, we don't have," and Joaquin kind of heard from the back and goes, "No, I can do it." And,
my man!
And you hear some whirly pop being dusted off back there. But Lark, she's already brought your stack of pancakes. Clinton, she's already brought your coffee. And the popcorn is being popped as we speak. So you all have some time to plan your next move here. The only thing we didn't go over in our little recap off mic was Sandy Dunn did receive the threatening note, which is why I kind of highlighted it in that spiel. And it said, "Sin visits the sinners," and was threatening. And you're not sure who it's from. And this is all under the context of Sandy starting the Save the Fork movement with some other town leaders. And that was to kind of stave off the influence of Turner Renfro and Ted Malone as they build on the town. Turner is the one behind the Moon Fork Lodge, which is kind of the updating the cannery project to become a bougie hotel. And Ted Malone is behind Cryptid World, the newest theme park that is coming to the empty space of land next to the swales. So that's where we're at. You've got a lot to think about, a lot of threads to pull on, so go for it.
I mean, I feel like we should hunt down some of these letter recipients and try to learn more about them.
Yeah, so it was you only know that Sandy got a letter, but you could question the other members of the meeting. You know that she was just there with a few town leaders, right? So it was Sandy, and it was the sheriff, and it was Ohna Fellow, and it was Anchorage Nguyen, or Anchorage Win, I should say.
Who are Anchorage and Ohna again?
Yeah, Anchorage is the park ranger at the Beaks Lamp State Forest, and Ohna is like she runs a kind of like bougie artisan bakery and coffee roastery that's right next to Spoon Brook, but she's homegrown. So she kind of represents like the locals embracing the tourism in Moon Fork that has cropped up after the cannery went down. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that talking to the park ranger is probably good, right? It kind of serves a dual purpose of, have you seen any giant crabs walking around, and what's up with this meeting place? So
yeah, I think going over there sounds good for that.
All right, so you all scarf down your food. Mystic Mikey, do you take like a little popcorn bowl for the road, or are you leaving that at the diner?
No, I'm just eating it straight out of the bag and thanking Joaquin for his prompt service.
They don't have bags, so you're just taking like a glass bowl from the diner, and Sandy like scowls at you as you walk
I'll bring it back.
Add a bowl to your inventory. You all hike across Granite Lane and actually kind of skirt the outside of the construction site as you make your way to the ranger station, which is down kind of Valentine's Diner is pretty close to the center of Moon Fork, the heart of it, if you will. And you are passing the swales, going down toward the southeast side, where Beaks Lamp State Forest really opens up. And the ranger station is nestled into the side of the woods there. It is a very humble building, just kind of like, it almost has the form factor of like an Airstream camper, but it's like it's a building. So it's just got these rounded edges, and you see a rounded door with kind of the rustic looking state park symbol above it. And the windows are open. Inside, you can see Anchorage Win kind of typing away at a dilapidated looking computer, even for the 90s, and one of those big boxy things, and drinking some coffee here in the morning. I love this freaking Foley work. Amazing. She stands up from within. You hear the creaking of her chair. Yeah, what is it?
Hi, my name is Leo Lark. I'm here with my my friends.
Hold
Clinton.
on, let me open the door. Boom, 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 boom. You can hear her footsteps from within. She opens up the door, which sounds a lot like the chair. Hello.
Sorry. As I was saying, nice to meet you. I'm Leo Lark. I'm here with my friends Clinton and Mikey. Some people call him Mystic Mikey. We were just at the diner, and I'm pretty close with Sandy, the owner, because my mom used to own the place. And she told me...
Lark, Paige's boy, right?
Yeah.
Of course, and of course I know Clinton, and of course I know this little freak that hands out the alien flyers. So fun. What brings you by?
We heard about your meeting, and we were wondering, because Sandy got a threatening letter, whether you guys got anything similar, or
Are you talking about what meeting are you talking about? When you talked to Sandy, she did make it sound like it was somewhat of a closed doors thing. So you're not sure how kind of cagey the people you're asking would be.
Well, as you know, I'm back in the area because my mom passed away, and I know you, me, a lot of other people in this town, along with my associates, are very interested in keeping the town the town. So we're friends.
Would you say you want to save the fork?
I would say so. I just want to make sure that everyone in the fork is safe. So we just wanted to check with a few people and see.
We haven't really come up with a code yet for our stuff, but that's good enough for me. Yeah. So yeah, we had a meeting. It sounds like you know that. What kind of you said Sandy received a threatening note?
Yeah, we don't really know what it means yet, but it said sinning is for the sinners.
I don't really. Like I mean, it said something bad, right? I can tell you exactly what it said. Let me pull up my little note thing here. Give me a sec. Yeah, so it said, "Sin visits the sinful, Miss Sandy. Yours, PD." So like the letters that might form, I'm not saying this to guide you anywhere in particular. I'm just saying, just so listeners know, it's like Paul and devil, or like police department, or what have you. PD.
Yeah, so we were wondering, have you received anything like that?
No. Not yet at least. I mean, the meeting was just the other day. So, I mean, this whole construction just happened the other day. It seems like someone might be targeting Sandy in particular. But I'll let you, I mean, I don't know if I'll let you, should I let you know if I get a note like that, or?
Well, have you seen anything else strange recently? Anything going on out here? I know kind of far away from town, but.
Yeah, nothing beyond this terrible construction. It used to be so quiet and peaceful out here. That's the main reason why I'm pretty in on saving the fork. I mean, I am, I have been living here for a good chunk of my life now, but it's been such a bastion of peace here in our little part of Washington, and I just hate to see it too become commercialized.
Sandy, Clinton here. How's it going?
My name's not Sandy.
Sorry. Anchorage, okay. Good to see you.
Yeah, Ranger Nguyen to you. Thanks, though.
Why would someone why would someone in the group send a message like this to Paige, or why to Sandy? Excuse me. Why would someone do that? Do you have an idea?
So, just to I'm kind of hearing some different theories. Are you saying you think one of the three of us sent Sandy, or maybe Sandy sent herself a letter, or do you think someone from outside was spying and sent the letter, or what is the theory here?
Well, according to
I can think of a number of different reasons why someone would send Sandy a threatening note, especially after this meeting. But I was just curious as to what your thoughts were. How are you framing the question?
Yeah, well, I think according to Sandy, I think you four were the only people who knew about the meeting, right? So it would have to be someone within the group who had some reason to try to ice her out.
Right, that, or someone, let it slip that we had the meeting. As you can tell by me talking to you, we don't have the security of like a maximum classified document. I don't even know how to talk about these kinds of things. So it's possible someone just let it slip. It's also possible that someone was within the meeting was a little, was there for the wrong reasons, I can say.
Well, how'd the meeting go?
I mean, it was pretty early days. It was not organizing any kind of big protest or anything. It was just talking through what a concerted effort might look like to to try to at least slow down the construction or protest it in a way, even though nothing was set in stone or even planned for beyond, like, is this something that each of kind of the sectors we represent in town would be into?
What do you think of the construction?
I already said I don't like it. I don't like it ruining the peace of this town and my peace personally out here. I became a state ranger to enjoy the woods, frankly, and this is pretty offensive.
Was there anyone in the meeting who seemed less sure about their opposition to the construction during the meeting, would you say?
I mean, so I can just describe how people were. Like, Sandy was the one who convened the meeting. Seems like you all think she's pretty on the level, unless she's sending herself a note and saying someone else sent it, which would be weird. Sheriff Dent was understandably very pissed because he doesn't want other people doing his job as far as that private security force. I mean, Ohna and I are thick as thieves, have been since we met back in the day. So yeah, I mean, Ohna's my best friend. I don't really think she would have done anything. And then I certainly haven't talked to anyone about the meeting but you all. So I would say we ran the gamut from very pissed, righteously, as Sandy was, to, concerned, upset, but not raving mad.
Last question for me, I guess, is when's the next meeting?
Well, we were going to do them weekly, and today is, hey, what is today? Anybody got the day of the week?
They all bleed together out here. I don't know.
I never learned those.
So no one has the day of the week. Okay, let me check my calendar for a sec. Thump, 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 thump. You hear her strong steel-toed boots on the cedar flooring. And she walks over to the wall and checks the calendar. And she goes, oh, it's a Wednesday. So we had the meet. So it'll be 6 days from now on this following Tuesday. Can you believe it's almost 1998?
Time flies everywhere, I guess. I don't know. I used to come to Moon Fork, split the year over on the East Coast, come back here, nothing would change. But I've been here for a couple weeks now, and every day it's different. It's really sad.
Things are moving fast even here. I can't imagine what the world will look like in 10, 20, hey, even 30 years.
Well, thank you for being so hospitable with us. If you see anything weird, we'll be in town. We're usually at the diner. We've had a few run-ins recently. Like, there was some large crab attacking our friend. So if you see anything that looks like that, let us know.
Did that have something to do with, like, the big, scary creature thing that was walking around my forest last time?
When was
What
that?
do you think?
I mean, probably, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I saw that there was something terrorizing the town. Then I was at a movie night, and some wild person jumped out with a pig mask and a chainsaw. It's got to be connected, right?
No, that's actually really normal.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, you're in the woods all the time. Surely you see cryptids all the time back here. I mean, a big fish guy walking through the woods. I mean, there's no way that's the first time that this has happened.
No, it's not. I mean, from what I've heard, it's not. But it's the first one I've seen on the job myself. I only got here, been about 12 years now? Apparently all that monster fighting stuff took place a little bit before I arrived on the scene, according to the keepers of local legend, like my friend Ohna over there across the brook. But yeah, I was shocked to see it. It was tramping around the woods. I was half scared to death. Not much law enforcement can do around these parts, I suppose, and I actually tracked it over to near the high school about a week ago, but didn't want to pursue past that because the woods get pretty dark out here. And I told the sheriff. He said he was already working on it. The thing had already killed someone. I don't really follow the news, but then it appears it's been taken care of. So I'm keeping an eye out for sure.
Is there any way you have any traps or anything of the like?
Do I have any traps?
Yeah,
I'm a
medium to large
ranger.
animals.
I'm a ranger. I generally get animals out of traps rather than trap them myself.
That's fair.
We don't have that big of an installation here, just with the one ranger and all. But I can always telephone to the folks over in Spokane for special supplies if I need them. I don't know why that would necessarily be needed in this case, but if y'all give me a few days' notice and a good enough reason, I could maybe get you something.
Okay. Is there any way that Ohna would be willing to talk to us? You said that she might know a little bit more about these cryptids that have been infesting the town recently.
Yeah, Ohna loves her customers. I mean, Ohna, you probably grew up with her. You can pop across the brook there and go sample some of the Moon Fork's finest coffee and bread. She'd be mad at me if I didn't say that.
Okay, well, thank you for being so hospitable.
Yeah, of course. Hey, it's my duty to serve. So come back whenever you'd like. I might be patrolling the woods, but you can always leave a note or something like that. I've got a whole system. And she kind of points to this little box of papers, and there's another box where you can kind of fold them up and slip them through, and it says leave a note for the ranger if you want to do that. But yeah, she's kind of standing there. The other thing that I wanted to mention was this is pulling from one of my favorite actual play podcasts, where in their haven they did like a animal, like a veterinary hospital kind of, because the role was imperfect. So it was like you have the tools to do surgery, but like only tools to do surgery on like animals. So I want to do something similar where if you all need to ever be patched up and can't go to the hospital, you do see that she has like a first aid type of station here. But it is very rudimentary and kind of oriented around like the types of injuries you would see in like forestry to kind of triage before going to the actual hospital. And it's like all jumbled around with the like animal control equipment. So you do notice that as you kind of step out of the ranger station.
Should we have Lark patch up his, I'm sure very recently, severe injuries that he got last episode?
You could try. But actually, technically, since y'all have had a rest, you're back to 100%. And we established last episode that it wasn't severe enough to need medical attention, but I'm sure it is still smarting.
On Ohna, I guess. Keep talking to people.
If talking to people is what you want, then boy, have I got an episode for you. Okay, we are going to pop across the river here. So, I can also pull up my handy dandy description of locations. Here we go. So we've got Ohna's place. So you walk across the river. It's a pleasantly rustic, very large, it looks like converted barn. And the silo has a kind of retrofitted chimney onto it. And you all smell, it is still fairly early in the morning. You all smell like pleasant aroma of coffee beans roasting. So you imagine it kind of has the large roasting apparatus within the silo and the kind of fumes vent out of the top. And walking in, you actually see a beautiful kind of garage doors on either side that are kind of made of panes of glass, and it's right overhanging the brook. So it's this wide, very sunny room that has kind of spare furnishings. And above the door, or above the little entryway, as I should say, because it is kind of an open garage door, it says Ohna's Place with, again, a pleasantly rustic sign. And you walk into a place that smells quite good, like kind of coffee and fresh baked sourdough. There's not much selection as far as a bakery goes. Like, it's just these artisan loaves of bread. You can get a cup of coffee, you can get beans, pretty simple. But presiding over the whole operation is Lark, who you recognize to be Ohna Fellow, who is kind of going back and forth between the back room, which you would think was where the kind of outer silo is, tweaking the coffee roast, dialing it in, and kind of just pulling down loaves off the shelves, which have already been baked, to replace what is currently being purchased. There is a bit of a line. There usually is at Ohna's Place in the morning. I would say it's like 3 or 4 people. So as you're waiting, Lark, what I want you to tell me is, what is your history with Ohna? Did you know each other growing up? Since you're both from the town, I imagine you at least have an awareness of one another, but let me know.
Yeah, I know her, but I guess I haven't seen her in a while. Is she my age, or is she a little bit older?
Yeah, she's about your age. She is like one of the few Asian folks in town. And you, and still to this day, like Anchorage, Nguyen, and Ohna are like 2 of the few Asian folks in town. And that's kind of, as stereotypical as it is, that's kind of what she was known for growing up, and was like bullied a little bit for it, and was kind of had to find her own identity in town. And so it's interesting that she's kind of started this business and reinvested in the place that has had these kind of mixed experiences for her growing up there in a smaller town in Washington. So yeah, I mean, that much about her. However much more is up to you. Like, I was even thinking it could be interesting if, like, maybe she was like dating one of your friends, or maybe you had a crush on her, or maybe, I don't want to determine your sexual orientation, Lark, but maybe there's a little intrigue there. Just think on it as you wait in line. Meanwhile, Mystic Mikey, you're not used to bouginess. What's kind of your impression of this place as you walk in? You've never been, even though it's just across the brook. What do you see? What do you feel being in a place that's a rustic luxury?
I'm really scared, and I'm shaking a little bit. Mystic Mikey, guys, I might wait outside. I'm a little nervous.
Mystic Mikey senses the most alien thing of all, the thinly veiled tendrils of capitalism.
You'll be fine, Mikey. You've seen way worse in the past couple weeks. This is just some coffee and pastries.
No pastries, just artisan sourdough loaves.
My eyes.
Sorry to no but you rather than yes and you, but some things need to be sacred in this world.
Sorry, I'm getting old. My eyes are, not what they once were, Mikey, but the point still stands. It's just sourdough.
I do really like bread.
Yeah, it's gonna be tasty. It's just gonna be expensive, but it'll be tasty.
All right, well, that's more your guys' problem than it is mine.
Fuck.
All right, I'll hang out for a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Have you heard anything from Marlene recently?
No.
It really feels like she's not safe, but I don't know what to do about it, because we can't be. I mean, you know her better than we do. I don't want to freak her out, but that crab is scary.
We could go find her, I guess, but we're doing this thing right now, and I have no way to get in touch with her. I don't have a phone.
Mikey, so I'm just trying to do some small talk. We're in the line here.
Well, everyone keeps sending me on missions, so I just assumed that you were about to do that too. But no, I've not heard from Marlene since she was attacked by a scary crab monster less than 24 hours ago.
And we kissed 24 hours ago.
Oh man!
But
Mikey
Mystic
is
Mikey,
beat red.
You do know that she would be on shift if she, for some reason, like, she had no reason to lie to you, and that's what she said she was doing in the morning. So you think she's working at St. Joseph's, which would probably be a safe enough location, but you never know. Scary crab in a hospital sounds pretty scary. Clinton, do you have anything to add for texture before I make Jack say what Lark's relationship with Ohna Fellow is?
Yeah, just not a fan of all these new businesses in town. Like in general, like all new establishments post the cannery burning down, for me is changing the town too much. Don't like one bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of those old people things where new is like anything less than like 30 years old. Perfect. Well, Lark, the time has come. How do you know Ohna Fellow? Is it just a passing knowing one another? Is it more? Totally up to you. Think of this like, you remember just a few moments ago you tried to put pastries in my fucking gorgeous sourdough only bakery?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
now think about this like the pastries. Like really put all your imagination into it.
Okay, so what I was thinking was, so you know the song? It's not Stacy's mom. What? My best friend's girl. That one. Let's just say, whatever. There's a song that's like that. So let's assume
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
thank you. See, look at that.
Okay.
So when we were in high school, and I haven't really talked to her since then very much, but
yeah,
she's dating my friend Lucas. But I was always, a little bit interested. I didn't say anything.
Sorry, is this in real life or in the game?
No, just a different guy named Lucas that I also know.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you don't. That wasn't Jack talking, right?
No, speaking as Lark.
That was Lark
I'm
talking,
method acting right now. I'm in character.
Right. Okay, so Lucas was dating Ohna, and you were like, how can I find a woman like that?
Yeah. Was that song out? Yeah.
It probably would be, yeah.
Probably
okay,
was,
okay. Yeah,
it's kind of synthy. It's got to be like 80s, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. That's what I was thinking, throughout high school.
Okay. Yeah, well, that song plays in the back of your head maybe
kind it's playing in the shop right now.
Yeah, it is possible. It came out in 1981. I see there in chat. Thanks for the research, Tommy. But so this is how I imagine it. The song is playing in over the speakers because we've got one of those compact discs in a boombox that is feeding out to speakers. It's playing that song. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. And Ohna's kind of bustling around, goes to the silo, and as y'all step up to the counter, for Lark it's in slow motion, but for Mystic, Mikey, and Clinton it happens in real time. Ohna just kind of turns around and walks over to the register and goes, what can I get you? And Lark, this happens in slow-mo where she like turns around and like sparkles are coming out of like her apron and like doves are flying over her head. And she goes, oh my gosh, Lark, it's been so long. How are you?
Ohna!
Just
how
scream.
you doing?
Hello. Yeah, I mean, yeah, business is good. Can't complain. What about you? You back in town?
Yeah, but for, more melancholy reasons, unfortunately. But I'm happy to be back.
Oh yeah, I was so sorry to hear about Paige. I was at the funeral to pay my respects, but I couldn't make it to the wake, so I didn't get to say hi to you. How have you been doing?
Pretty good. Past couple weeks, I've been getting into some weird situations, to say the least. Made a couple new friends, some familiar faces.
I can see,
but,
Mr. Brooks. I'm glad someone who's getting on the more elderly side has someone who can take care of them.
And we also have my buddy Mikey over here. Mikey.
Oh, Mikey. Welcome.
He's weird. He's a little bit scared right now, but I'm paying for whatever he wants. I thought you had pastries earlier, but it's just bread.
Yeah, never had pastries. It's just, it's a passion thing doing the artisan bread, even though, you'd be surprised to hear the coffee is really kind of what keeps us in business here. So, yeah, I would appreciate anything you want to buy. Mikey, it's nice to meet you. I'm really sorry that your supposed friend here would introduce you as weird, but I'm excited to get to know you myself.
It's all right. I'm pretty weird.
Oh, okay, great. What can I get you?
I
Lark, remember, you just had pancakes. So are they sitting heavy? Are they not? It's another important role-playing choice that you have to make right now.
What I was going to say was I'll take a full loaf. I was trying to figure out which loaves you had. I was looking at the wonderful array you have back there, but I don't like olives, so nothing with olives. Multigrains, a no. Maybe just normal sourdough. Is that lame? You can't go wrong with the original,
for
right?
sure. Some Spoonbrook sourdough coming your way.
Thank you, Ohna.
She pulls one down off the rack behind her and goes, "These just came out fresh. I think you'll really like it." Wraps it up in a bag and says, "That'll be $5." And then Mystic Mikey and Clinton, you getting anything? Clinton, coffee number 2, or are you all set?
Nothing for me. This place shouldn't be here at all.
Yeah. Mr.
Excuse
Brooks,
my friend.
as caustic as ever. Yeah, I'm surprised to actually see you in here. It's a big step. Anything for you, little man?
Yeah, can I have 2 loaves of bread?
Yeah, for sure.
He'll take one. He'll take one.
Aw.
Okay. Should I let y'all kind of figure this out, or
Do you guys have like day old bread that you sell for like $1 or something?
No, we don't really do that here. We're kind of trying to make it a little bit more of a rustic, upper scale type of place. But I do share a dumpster with Sandy over at Valentine's. So if you ever, I don't think anyone's guarding it or anything. So if you ever want to like check in there, it's free. We put it in bags and stuff. So I know sometimes unhoused folks who are rolling through town pick it up. But yeah, just a little tip.
I'll leave it for them. That's all good. 1 loaf of bread, please.
Yeah, what kind of loaf do you want? Do you want the classic, which is the Spoonbrook sourdough, or we have the multigrain, or we have bread with olives?
Well, Mikey really wants all 3, of course. I guess I'll have multigrain. Is there more fiber in that?
Yeah, technically.
Awesome.
Really, it's so fascinating with the flour, like what they do when they mill this flour, which we get it just from one town over there, over in Angel Falls, and what they do when they mill it is they just leave the husks of a little bit more of the husk on the wheat, and that creates a multigrain with a little bit more fiber, like you say, a few more nutrients, a few more minerals. It's great. It's very healthy. She bags it up for you and hands it across to you, Mystic Mikey. That'll be $10. Whoever's paying. Should I do it separate or?
No. Here you go.
No, Mikey just starts walking away and like eating the bread like directly from the bag, like biting into it like it's a hot dog or something like that.
Well, yeah. Thank you so much for coming by. There are this is me and Johnny again. I know my voice isn't that different, and I do sometimes have a high voice, but this is me. There are a few folks queued behind you, but Ohna doesn't appear to be like in any rush. So the only pressure you'd be putting on yourself right now is your own felt societal pressure, which I imagine you feel different levels of. Mystic Mikey's immersed in the bread. Clinton probably doesn't give a fuck at all, and Lark's probably a little anxious.
Well, Ohna, to be honest, there is another reason we came by today, other than the wonderful bread and coffee. We just went and talked to Anchorage, and before that we talked to Sandy, because we're very interested in saving the fork. And we got some troubling news that Sandy got a threatening letter, and we were wondering if you might have heard anything or...
She kind of like... You see something in her face change when you mention a letter, and she goes, "Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I was worried we were maybe stirring up a bit more trouble than we could handle with trying to combat these moneyed interests and all. Even though I'm throwing some money behind it."
What else makes you say that? Anything you noticed in particular recently, or?
Look, I've got customers, but if you would want to maybe come back later, or you could even just like stand off to the side there until I get through, and then we can talk about this. I just want to make sure everyone gets served.
Yeah. Well, we can wait. I just, it's great to see you. Happy to talk to you.
Yeah, she kind of like does a little, even though her face was troubled for a moment, she kind of perks up at you saying, "It was great to see you," and goes, "Great to see you too. Yeah, feel free to, have a view of the brook or take a seat at one of our beautifully kind of rustic looking tables. They're actually new. Yeah, I'll just serve these few people and be right with you. So that's what she does. You have a little bit of time to chat if you would like before she comes over, but if you want to just skip ahead to her coming over, feel free.
Yeah,
Mikey, you're bleeding me dry here.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say, Clinton?
Nothing.
Yeah, you saying Mikey was bleeding you dry is way more important than what Clinton had to say.
I owe you like $15, man. I mean, I know
Do
it's
I look like a
1990.
rich man? Do I look like a rich man?
No, but you look like a guy who has 15 spare dollars for an unemployed child or barely adult.
Who's just been kissed.
Yeah, who just got his first kiss. And is a really good guy.
I'm on edge here, okay? I used to like her in high school.
Magic Marlene? Oh, Ohna.
I assume Marlene was a baby when I was at high school, so no.
If you're on edge, that makes two of us. I very much understand the complexities of the emotions you're feeling right now.
Sorry for lashing out at you. I'm happy you're here. I don't want you to be scared.
After my pamphlets make it big, I'll be sure to pay you back.
Okay, thank you.
With interest.
30 years later, Mystic Mikey is the head of a social media conglomerate.
Pamphlets!
Mystic Mikey took Mark Zuckerberg's place as head of Meta. Okay. Anything we actually want to add, or she's coming over?
No.
Ohna's coming over. Hey folks, so pretty close to closing here. We're almost sold out of the bread, and folks just come by and do kind of an honesty type of storefront for the beans the rest of the day. So what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you were willing to talk. I didn't mean to freak you out earlier. It's just, I care about Sandy, I care about you guys. Just want to make sure that town is safe and there's not someone threatening, other than the monsters, of course.
Yeah. So I didn't receive a note or anything, but I did. So after the meeting, which was just took place yesterday. So there was the announcement. A lot happened yesterday. They announced the whole construction project, and then Sandy convened the meeting. It sounds like there was another attack of one of these things, and there was a lot going on. I also saw something. So I was walking home, right, from the meeting, which we had after work.
Yeah.
And I could have sworn that as I walked up to my house, which is just off Granite Lane there, you probably remember it. It's just a few houses away from the one I grew up in, and
I remember it.
Well, I don't really know how else to describe this, but I saw someone wearing, well, I assume it was a mask with these, it was a red face with kind of a goatee looking thing, a pointy chin, black horns. But then the rest of him kind of looked like a university professor, like a tweed coat and just kind of regular looking slacks. It was very disconcerting. I could have sworn that I saw them kind of peering around at me from around the corner of my house, but I walked back there right after. And this might seem like an overreaction, but I grabbed a kitchen knife just to make sure I could protect myself. And I went around back and they weren't there. And I walked around the whole perimeter of my house and I didn't see anything else. So it scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna stand here and lie to you. And now that I hear Sandy's receiving some kind of note with a weird signature on it, something appears to be going a little bit wrong here. I'm not sure if it's related to the monsters or what, but I'm kind of on edge.
Was it the first time something like this has happened?
I mean, it's the first time I've been confronted with something more than the stories that your mom told growing up. So I always thought something was a bit. Well, I chose to see it as special about our town to date, but uh, it's it struck a fear into me that wasn't like the fun kind of thing I get from imagining Bigfoot and stuff. It felt like someone was maybe like casing my home or something. I don't know.
That's horrifying. We can't seem to figure out who these letters are coming from. Do you have any idea, if anyone might have said something to someone else, or
I mean,
the
you don't
source of
have to
this?
be like a detective to think that they're coming from the group that we're opposing. I'm not sure if there was like a leak or what, but it seems like someone knows that we were meeting and is kind of being very preemptive about stopping any kind of grassroots effort to oppose the construction.
That's so scary. Anchorage did not seem as concerned. She hasn't heard anything, hasn't seen anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're the first folks I'm telling about this just because it sounds so it sounds so kind of strange to even just describing it felt bad in the mouth, and I didn't see anything else like I said, so I was just kind of waiting on guard to see if anything else would happen. It wasn't like they were threatening me at all. They just like looked at me in one moment and the next they were gone.
Man, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. We've been dealing with some crazy stuff ourselves recently, and I thought we were over, but every day it gets crazier and crazier. Is there Are you worried about your house? Should we call the police? Should we do something?
I mean, you know the police as well as I do. I'm not sure how much better he's gonna be at figuring this out than me or you, but I mean, I should probably let the sheriff know. I mean, it's only just the one, so I don't think they're gonna like post anyone by my house or anything. But I was gonna keep an eye out. I always have my trusty pepper spray if I need it, and I mean, nothing bad like this has ever happened to me, if you call that bad. So I was thinking maybe this would just be the end of it. I don't know.
Well, maybe before you let the police know, maybe we could check it out.
I
See if
mean,
there's any.
sure, yeah. I mean, if I see y'all like hanging around my house, I guess I won't like call the sheriff or anything. You're welcome to it. But yeah, I guess that's kind of all I have to offer.
Okay. Well, do you guys have any questions for Ona, our wonderful host?
Seems like a big fancy new business like this would actually like the tourists from all the from the new park and the new hotel.
Mr. Brooks, I've been here like since I was able to work, like right after high school. What do I need to do to prove to you that I'm helping out this town?
Good local folks aren't buying $15 loaves of bread.
I charged $5 for each loaf. You just saw that.
Whatever you say.
Have you been approached by any of the developers or anything? Because I'm not implying that you've bought into this, but it is it is a different style than the rest of the town. So, yeah, how do you balance that? I guess.
I've never known what Ted Malone's been up to. He just kind of released his whole deal with the cryptid world. I'm not sure the kind of folks that would come to. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect, but a podunk town like ours to go to some weird cryptid theme park that seems kind of a half-baked idea. I don't think those are the kind of folks that are going to patronize my shop per se. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that I didn't think the whole making a nice resorty style hotel at the cannery wasn't necessarily all that bad of a thing. But now that I see that Ted Malone and Turner Renfro are in league with one another, it doesn't sit quite right with me. I haven't been included on the plans any more than, saying hello to Turner when he started the project. He came off honestly as kind of a douche, and now I see that playing out in real time. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not thrilled about it, but would it be good for business? Probably. Do I need the business? No.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for the implication. We're just wondering. We're trying to talk to as many people as we can, figure out what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of getting a little skeptical of the whole like capitalist nature of scaling that I'm seeing in our society. Like every business that's successful seems to want to like, become a chain or open more locations or expand to hire more people. And I'm just kind of worried like about where this could lead our world, even in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Seems like a lot of consolidations going on. So I've always considered this to be a one-person operation. I'm not even sure I could keep up with a lot of new customers coming in. So yeah, that's where I stand.
Okay. Well, that makes sense to me. I don't understand it either. We
The
need more people in town
capitalism
like
or
you.
the man in a tweed coat and a devil mask.
I think a little bit of both.
Kind of the same thing, right? She like punches you in the arm playfully.
Yeah. It's funny though because you said that he was dressed a little bit like a professor. The letter that Sandy received was signed off PD. Don't know what that means, but I was thinking Professor Devil.
Wow. I mean, it might be something like that, but that's pretty far fetched.
Yeah. It's
You
just
were
the first thing
thinking
off my dome.
Professor Devil?
Yeah.
Clark, dude.
What about Professor Demon?
All right, well, I mean, that's basically the same thing. I mean, Ohna, do those letters mean anything to you?
I mean, I have as good a guess as you all. I was thinking maybe like police department, like NYPD type of thing, or
Pete Davidson.
Pete Date. Yeah, that's a name. Old Pete down by the river. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of agree with Lark. Maybe it's Professor Devil that was watching me. But what does that have to do with like the monster creatures? Because it didn't. It just seemed like a guy in a mask.
You could tell it was a mask, or was
I
it
mean,
just your assumption
no.
because it's so crazy?
Right. That's the latter.
Okay. Yeah, because the other day, all three of us were out for a walk. Our friend Mikey here met up with this girl he has a crush on, young love. Like you and Lucas, actually.
Oh, yeah. Lucas. Horrible what happened.
What happened to him?
You didn't hear?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Well, he was working in meat packing over in Spokane, and one day she kind of like tears up a little bit. His arm got caught in one of the machines, and yeah, it hasn't been the same since. We didn't carry on our relationship past college, but I've always had a soft spot for the guy. Just horrible. Now he just lives over in Spokane collecting the welfare checks and scraping by. Horrible.
That is sad. So you guys did
Andy
break
has
up
to live
then.
in Spokane.
Yeah, I mean, Spokane catching a stray. It's going to happen.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
You didn't keep in touch? I thought y'all were like best friends.
We had common interests, definitely.
He always spoke very highly of you, Lark. Maybe you should reach out sometime. I'm sure I'd love to hear from you.
Maybe I will. But I my point was not to bring up Lucas. We were together hanging out yesterday, walking around. He meets up with a girl he likes.
She's Lucas?
No. This little weird guy next to me, Mikey.
Oh, Mikey.
Yeah.
Hey,
and this
how'd you
girl's
like your
getting
bread?
chased by a crab.
Chased by a crab?
Big crab. This crab stabbed me, actually.
What?
Yeah, it hurt really bad.
How did it stab you? Did it have a knife or something?
No, big claws. Big pointy claws.
I'm imagining like the crabs they have in Maryland. Was it like scuttling around, or was it, you said it had big claws?
I mean, it was a really big crab. I don't know. My point was that,
Yeah.
strange things are happening out here, and it might not have been a mask.
Huh. Well, that's even more scary. Damn.
Yeah, so I guess we'll keep us posted, and maybe we'll check out your house before you get home and see if anyone's waiting for you or anything.
Hey, you kind of scared me. Do you think it would be worth like mentioning this to the private security detail? I know they're probably not the hardiest of guys or the nicest of people, but they do have way more firepower than our very own sheriff's department.
Don't do that. We'll take care of it.
Okay. I mean, I'll allow it. I wasn't gonna tell anyone, so I'm along for the ride. I'll just keep an eye out.
Okay, we'll check it out and then let you know, and we'll go from there.
Okay, keep me posted. She goes back behind the counter and starts finishing up the coffee and moving some big sacks of green coffee beans around to prepare for the next time she's going to roast them. What do?
Guys, what do you think? Should we check out our place? I don't know if the guy's still going to be creeping around our house, but I feel like this is the first lead we've had in a minute.
We could go outside and look for clues. Scooby-Doo style.
What's that?
I think Scooby-Doo is
It's a show I just invented.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mike Wazowski.
Scooby-Doo. When did it come out? Damn! I thought it was old. It's really old. The first episode of Scooby-Doo came out on September 13th, 1969.
1969?
Yeah,
Wow.
So Mike Wazowski did not invent Scooby-Doo canonically.
Huh. Well, I guess I just live under a rock then. That's more embarrassing.
That's actually mind-blowing to me.
Mystic
Scooby-Doo came out in
Mikey could have
1969.
watched Scooby-Doo growing up, and it still would have been a temporally accurate reference.
Wow. Okay, well, I guess we should listen to Mikey then. He knows more about pop culture than me anyway.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, we can see if there are any there are like obvious remnants of
You guys really don't think it's Professor Devil? I think it could be.
I'm not ruling anything out at this point. It's just like it's a fascinating first guess. That's all.
Leave the guessing up to Mystic Mikey, Lark.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever need someone to just wildly speculate, I'm your guy.
Okay, let's go try to find Professor Devil then.
Okay, you all walk on over to where Lark, Ohna's house to be. It's pretty close to Valentine's Diner, just like a lot of the houses on Granite Lane. And it is a fairly nice house for being in Moon Fork. It kind of has a more modern construction in kind of a craftsman style. But it's just 2 floors, no basement. Still, relative to what we are used to in some of the suburbs we have today, it is fairly modest. And it has red siding, almost mirroring kind of the farm style of Ohna's place of business. And what are you doing when you get to the house? Are you trying to get inside of the house? Are you trying to walk around it? What's kind of where are you gravitating toward?
Yeah, so one thing I would say just for me is I do have tune in as a power. I know this is a pretty like shady description from her, but I do think that I would be like trying to flick my lighter and kind of be like, can I have any sense about this? So kind of as we're walking, I have my hand on my lighter and I'm kind of seeing if it's getting warm or like if I'm sensing anything, I think.
Yeah, so you pull out your lighter and you're kind of flicking it on and off. And for the first time in a few episodes, a small face in the fire makes itself known to you. And it goes,
Clinton, long time no talk.
We're looking for a mass Professor Devil. You know anything about that?
Professor Devil. No, honestly, to me it sounds like something that a human would come up with. Nothing from Nothing from where I reside, Clinton.
This a woman told us that this beast has horns and wears it, but kind of a humanoid form. Have you heard of that before?
Is it a beast, Clinton? Are you jumping to conclusions? I really don't know anything about what you're talking about. Beast or human? That is what you must figure out.
Now, Clinton, feel free to tell me more about what the ability does if you want to like do a roll or something. Meanwhile, Mystic, Mikey, and Lark, you can both roll to investigate a mystery, which is plus sharp.
Yeah, mine is just you can attune your mind to a monster or minion, roll plus weird, and then I'll hold different questions based on where is the creature right now, what is it planning to do, who's going to attack next, who does it regard as its biggest threat, and how can I attract its attention.
So I will say, this conversation with Cronoa represents your knowledge that the being that you're discussing actually isn't in its like Pokedex, if you will.
Yeah.
But it does say,
But you have seen another of my brood, have you not?
You mean the giant crab?
Oh yes, the spider crab. It has disappeared from where I reside and has appeared where you are now. Tell me, has it caused damage to any of your people?
Well, it hurt my friend Lark, but it also kind of brought my friend Missing Mikey and his girl together. So it's kind of it's a win-lose so far with the giant crab.
Oh, so a bit of a wash, you might say?
You could say that for sure.
And I did just say it, Clinton. Well, if you need to tune into that creature, consider me available. But I know nothing of this Professor Devil you seek.
and the face disappears. Meanwhile, Mystic, Mikey, and Lark, you just saw Clinton talking to the lighter again. And you can roll to investigate a mystery. Is it the mystery of where Clinton's brain is going? Is it the mystery of Professor Devil? We'll just have to see.
Okay, I'm going to roll to investigate here. And I got an 8.
Nice. Okay. We'll just handle this first. So, actually, Mystic Mikey, do you want to assist with this investigate roll, or do you want to do your own? It's your choice.
I already rolled my own, and I got a 5. So
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna take the fail.
We'll just take one in turn. Lark, tell me what you're doing as you're investigating, and I can kind of give you a sense of what questions that would answer. Because on a 7 to 9, you hold 1, so you can ask one of the following questions, and then. Yeah, that's basically it. You can ask one of the following questions and you get an answer that makes sense within the narrative.
So I was thinking, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ohna said that as she was walking into her house, like to her left, around the corner of her house, the guy was like kind of peering over and looking at her. I wanted to just go and check the area where that guy was.
Yeah, for sure. You can do that. So the questions you can ask: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here? Meanwhile, Mystic Mikey, you can think about what you were doing when you were investigating, and we can get to that role. So go ahead, Lark.
I think I want to know where is it going?
Okay. So you actually find that since the ground is relatively sodden, because it is still the autumn in Moon Fork, so it's been a little bit rainy, and you actually find the remnants, not strong since the ground is pretty muddy, but you do find the remnants of footprints, and they lead. You don't get a sense of like exactly where it's gone, right? But what you do see is you follow them out to Granite Lane, which is a paved road, and they kind of snake all the way between the swales, right? So they are going in the direction of the ranger station, they are going in the direction of the police department, and they are also going in the direction of the construction. That's what's over there, right? Those are the only kind of like buildings that are over near the swales. It could also be someone like Major Gladstone who has an interest in the swales themselves, but you do know that you see them cross the street and go toward that direction. Meanwhile, Mystic Mikey, what have you been getting up to with your failed roll?
I found a really cool spider, and I'm just holding it in my hand.
Gotcha.
You could say I'm investigating the mystery of arachnids.
It's funny that you mention arachnids because you are holding this spider in your hand and you're marveling at how it resembles the crab that you all fought in the field. And just from around the corner of the house next door comes the crab. And
what?
It as you're staring at this, I imagine it very cinematically, kind of like a campy horror movie. You're staring at this harmless spider in your hand, and you kind of the view pans up from it, and you just see this towering spider crab with these kind of these gigantic pin-like legs and it rises up, it rears up, and it's taking a soft move right now to basically jam its pin-like legs through your stomach.
Weird America, would you give me this one thing? It's medieval, but it's as modern as something on the radio or the phone you can't put down. Weird America, I'll be seeing you around. Weird America, I'll be seeing you on the swales today.